you don't sort of plan on having an accident. Obviously you don't. And when you're flying around or when you're trying to operate one of these machines, there's no sort of instruction book out there to say this is how you fly a rocket belt. There's no instruction book to say this is how you build a rocket belt. So it's all trial and error. I guess it's probably like the guy that built the first helicopter. You know, he probably got in it and crashed it, I guess. But looking back, you certainly don't wear trainers as protective shoes anymore. It has to be steel toe-capped boots that don't come off. You have to wear fire gloves. You've got to wear fire gloves if there's any doubt that you're going to have a problem. There's no other real position to be able to put the main fuel valve. You don't want it up on the handlebars. You know, it's got to be somewhere that's easily sort of reachable. And it is easily reachable, but as long as you've got your gloves on. So next time, obviously, I'll have my fire gloves on. The overalls were ripped to shreds, so we need to address that problem.
Now, you did hurt yourself.
Yeah. I think we need a new throttle, mate. Yeah.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. I want a crash helmet in future. I think I'm putting that other crash helmet on. I don't want to go flying into.
Let's get a shot of your shoes.
We're not getting effort today, I think. He's coming for me. He blew that off, I think. Oh, I've done the back of my leg in somehow. I'm going, guys.
As soon as I started the engine up, I knew there was something seriously wrong. The rocket belt had never behaved like that in the past. We were testing a new throttle valve, and that had obviously got jammed up to the point where it was allowing probably 50% more fuel through it than it was designed, than the engine was designed to take. So there was several things going through my mind. A, how am I going to control it? B, how am I going to shut the machine down quickly? And C, what would happen if we over boosted the engine? Could it blow up? And bear in mind it's only probably about a foot behind my head. So there's lots of things going through my mind. The main thing to do was try and shut it down. By that I mean not by just turning the throttle off, because I knew that the throttle had jammed fully open. In fact, it had gone beyond open, if you know what I mean. So I needed to find a way of shutting the fuel off to the valve. This was the only flight I'd done on the machine without my gloves on, and I needed to find the valve, and that was down by my left-hand side, but it was quite close to where the rocket nozzle is, and the steam coming through there is 600 miles an hour, 2,500 degrees centigrade, and I knew that it was only probably 3 or 4 inches away from my hand where I was trying to turn the valve off. And as I say, I normally wear my fire gloves, and this was one of the crazy, I don't know why I did it, but this one particular flight I didn't have my gloves on. So it was a question then of just waiting for the fuel to run out, or waiting for Lindsay to jump up behind me and turn the fuel off. While the accident was taking place, I suppose that's one way of putting it, I had no idea. I'd lost my shoes, my safety sort of clothing that I was wearing had got ripped to shreds. I had a pain in my right leg. I thought I'd broken my right leg. What I was really worried about was the steel cable that supports me to the tether system. It's a very important part of the safety equipment that we use. And I was getting sort of flung round like a deflating balloon, I suppose, like a Catherine wheel around this cable. And what was also going through my mind is this 8mm steel cable was getting wrapped around my neck, and that could have easily killed me.